Hey Don, I'm gonna do one for you before I have a strange men outside my house doing tree stuff, but I'm gonna do one for you before I jump in the shower and get ready to go into the restaurant. That being said, I hope that you've had a wonderful end of your week. I've had some time to cool down. I've had some really good things come through. Woosah. And yeah, I honestly feel like speaking my piece is something that's obviously very important to me, and and yeah, I think my last two videos were definitely rants, and I'm okay with that. So to anyone that watched or is tuning in, this is the Dear Jane series. It's a short yoga series that I do for my friend Jane. Y'all, this is a pay what you can series, so you can all drop whatever you like into my Venmo or into the link below. Information is in the captions. That being said, short yoga videos for my dear friend Jane, who I met while working with youth in Missoula, and she travels around the country, so I send her little videos a couple times a week in order for her to do yoga from the comfort of her own home. And we agreed that we would just make them public to share them with all of you, to make sure that yoga continues to stay accessible for all people. So that being said, let's go ahead and come down and onto our backs. Pull your knees up into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. I know how we started last class, same way, but this feels good to me these days. Squeeze and pull down through the low back. Let the back of the skull come down to the mat. And then go ahead and let's start off in a reclined butterfly today. So soles of the feet come together to touch, and then edges of the feet come down to the mat, toes point away from you. I like to press the tops of my glutes down just so I can keep my low back long, tailbone tucked, knees move down to the earth by way of the weight of the femur bone. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Again, big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Two more big breaths. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. Allow yourself just to come into some normal breath. So breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Always starting off our practice from a space of gratitude. I give gratitude to the universe. Just recognizing an energy that's bigger than us, that we're still collectively a part of. We give gratitude to this earth. She reminds us that we live in a space of abundance rather than a space of scarcity, that we have everything that we need and that we ourselves are more than enough. We give gratitude to the indigenous people of these lands, the Northern Cheyenne, the Crow, the Salish, the Blackfoot, Lakota, and Sioux. We're reminding ourselves that gratitude for the people or land acknowledgement is just the first baby step in us coming into right relationship and doing the right thing. It goes thought, word, and then deed. Give gratitude for this practice of yoga. It reminds us that we as human beings are innately good. We're kind and honest, generous and just. We give gratitude to the Black and Brown people as the original creators and sustainers of this practice, from a space of ahimsa, also known as loving action. We give gratitude to our bodies and to ourselves, to our own ancestors and our own lineage. recognizing our and their trials and triumphs, traumas, tribulations, and transgressions, and holding ourselves responsible for how we choose to repair and restore many damages that have been done in order to build a peaceful, loving, and liberated world for 7 generations and beyond. And if there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to dedicate your practice to today, always reminding yourself it can always be you. Draw them into your mind's eye. Take a nice deep inhale and breathe them all the way down into your heart center. And then on your exhale, send them love. Allow yourself to soften through the outside of the hips. Take one more big breath here. And then slowly, with control, pull your knees back to your center line. And pull your knees up into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Pull down through your low belly and allow yourself to rock back and forth side to side. Extend the right leg down to the end of the mat and flex through the toes. Pull the left knee down towards your left armpit. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. And then take the right hand to the outside of the left knee and slowly turn and stack your left hip over your right. As you turn and look up past your left fingertips, big inhale here. Exhale slowly, pull yourself all the way back to your center line, and then extend the sole of the left leg high to the sky. Flex your toes in towards your face. Walk your hands up the back part of your thigh or your calf, and your chin towards your shin. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Let the back of the heel move all the way down to the end of the mat, and then same thing on that opposite side. Pull and interlock the fingers the opposite way around the right part. The front right shin, give the leg a nice big squeeze. Left hand outside of right knee, right hand comes long and wide, and slowly stack right hip over your left as you turn and look out past your right fingertips. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And slowly pull the leg all the way back to your center line, and then extend the right leg high to the sky. Flex the toes in towards the face. Walk your hands up the back part of the calf, aim your chin towards your shin, pull down through your low belly, big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale, flex and press. And then slowly release. Actually, let's hold it for one more big breath. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Release the leg. Move it all the way down to the end of the mat. Keep wrapping your muscles around your bones. Keep trying to press that leg away. Fire up through the top of the quad, and then pull both legs up to the chest, and then lower down. Try to pull your low back all the way down to the earth for 8, 7. You can point the toes on the way up, flex them on the way down, or vice versa. For 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Hover. Pull yourself up. Little baby pulses here. Hands to the sides for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soles of the feet high. Flex and press. Pulse up to the toes for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the head down to the earth. Put a bend in the knees. Take the hands back behind the skull. Right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right. Try to keep your shoulder blades up and off the mat as you move through your center line for 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Elbows and knees pull together at your center line. Squeeze here. Inhale, find your extension. Exhale, pull and pop your low back up and off the mat for 8, 7, 6, squeeze, 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Hands move down to the sides. Heels hit the ground. It's like so hot here today. Of course, I was like, do you want to carry my sweat? So I was just walking around with him. Anyway, hands down towards your heels. Use your elbows to pop your heart and chest up, roll your shoulder blades underneath you, lift through the hips. Come into your bridge pose, roll your shoulder blades underneath you a little bit more like wings, chin tucks in towards chest, catch your compression of your thyroid, big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale slowly, lower, lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up onto the balls of the feet. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Hands come up and overhead. Windshield wiper your knees back and forth, side to side. Opening up through your hips. And then let your knees drop over to the left-hand side. Stack your left ankle over the top of your right. Breathe here, big inhale. Breathe deep into the base of the belly, exhale. 2 more big breaths, big inhale. Exhale. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, pull your knees back to your center line and keep that left foot flexed as you pull the legs up into the chest and interlock your fingers back behind your right thigh, and you come into a reclined figure 4, opening up through the outside of your left hip. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. 4 more big breaths. Breathe into the outside of the left hip. Exhale. 2 more, big inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. And exhale, slowly release. Drop both soles of the feet back down to the earth. Arms come back up overhead, and then windshield over your knees back and forth, side to side. And then drop your knees over to the right. Heel toe your right foot out from underneath your left and drape. Ankle to the outside of the knee. Open up the top of the hip. Breathe here. Big inhale. Exhale. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. Big inhale. And then exhale, slowly pull your knees all the way back to your center. Press down through the sole of the feet. Tuck the tailbone and then pull both legs up into the chest. Come into your reclined figure 4 with your left or your right ankle stacked on top of the left thigh. Pull the legs down. Think about releasing the outside of your right hip. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. And exhale, slowly release. Take both soles of the feet high to the sky. Drop that left heel down towards the mat again and hover. Walk your hands up the shins, big inhale. And then slowly swap out through the legs. Pulling one leg in towards you, opposite leg in towards you for 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both soles of the feet come high, grab for the outsides of the feet, come into a happy baby. Big inhale here. Rock yourself way over to one side. And then slowly rock yourself way over to that opposite side. Back to your center line. Rock and pull and rock and pull. Slowly bring the soles of the feet back down to the earth. Then roll yourself over and onto your right hip. Prop your right hand or your left, whatever. Either side works, y'all. You're gonna extend your legs long and lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, point the toes up, flex the toes down for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale up. Grab and bind the big toe with the 2-piece fingers. Pull the leg in towards you as you release. Big inhale. Exhale, put a bend in the knee and guide the sole of the foot down to the earth. Stomp it down in front of that thigh. You're gonna press yourself up and pull this knee in towards you as you turn and twist. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, release. Pull this right knee to stack on top of your left, or the top leg right on top of the bottom. And then bring yourself down and over into a horse face posture. Big inhale, hold here. For 4, try to pull down through both of your sit bones in your seat. For 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly pull yourself all the way back up. Release your legs. Kick them out to the opposite side. Come down and on to your opposite side body. Hand underneath head to prop. Extend the legs. Point the toe up. Flex the toe down for 8, 7, 6, for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Bind the big toe. Pull it in towards you. Big inhale here. Check in with your hips. Keep flexing, keep pressing. Big inhale. And then exhale slowly. Guide the sole of the foot down. Flex. Press yourself up. Squeeze that bottom knee in towards the outside of the foot, and then you're gonna hug opposite elbow, opposite knee together, and you're gonna look out past your opposite shoulder. So shoulder of the bent leg, the top bent leg. And then slowly guide that knee to stack, move and shift through your hips, flex through your feet, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, bring yourself down and over the tops of the thighs. Hold here. Squeeze in on your low belly. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull your heart and chest up. Release. Take the soles of the feet together to touch. Squeeze the big toes together. And then do some small circles here. Heart and chest pull you forward. Low belly pulls you back. For 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. And then take it back the opposite way. For 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. I need this hip to pop, man. Go ahead and pull the knees back to your center line. Extend your legs out in front of you. Move your seat back behind you. Sit up nice and tall and fold yourself down and over the tops of your legs. Aim the crown of the head towards the top of the feet. Pull in on the low belly. Soften into your stretch for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1, and then slowly lift your heart and chest. Bring yourself all the way down and onto your back. Squeeze the knees in towards your chest. Back of the skull comes down. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Rock back and forth side to side across your low back and sacrum. And then on your exhale, extend your legs all the way down to the end of the mat. Let your toes flop out to the side. You can take one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Allow yourself just to breathe here. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. Stay with your breath on your back. So there was a post that Fiona Cross put up on Instagram the other day speaking about the need to soften into sisterhood. And as much as I believe that, right, the need for us to soften into it, right, it's important for us to really think about like all of the things that are associated with sisterhood, right, and brotherhood. So being one of 3 sisters and having 1 brother and being the oldest, what I can say about sisterhood is that there is work involved in it, right? There is maintenance of the relationship that's needed. There's unconditional love that's there. And there's a lot of processing in family that needs to take place. And I believe that there's a beautiful mirror and parallel of where we are in the world right now within that. So that being said, there's a need for accountability, right? There's a need for apology. There's a need for conversation, right? There's a need for showing up, right? And if we look at it from a brother to sister aspect, there's a need for protection, right? There's a need for deep caring and love for. And this is all family dynamic, right? And it's something that where we're at in the world right now, and really speaking to women, this is the thing that we need to do for one another. I will always be the person, right, that thinks it's important for us to hold both ourselves and other people like accountable. And I ask people to do the same for me, because I know that's where my growth is. And so looking at all the conversations that's been happening around like blue bracelets and wanting to, you know, not be the person that is seen as like the person that voted for Trump. It's a very interesting thing where white women are right now, or let me say and address liberal white women, right? Where somehow we made it all about ourselves again. And that's problematic, right? And that being said, we really need to figure out again how, right, we take that step back to reflect, right, and to learn, and to stand by and support and use our privilege to bring the voices of Black and Indigenous women into the forefront, right? And then when that happens, we step back and we don't look for praise, right? And men, your job and role in all of this, right, is to make sure that we can safely build this platform. I'll leave it there, yeah. The divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in each of you, the collective we in all of us. Thank you all for sharing your practice with me and for trusting me with your bodies, hearts, minds, spirits, and souls. And when you do leave your mats, be sure to go in peace and remember to serve love always, because love is our only pathway to liberation. Peace and love, everyone.